Hello, welcome to Pride of South London Fan TV. What a day. I just can't stop laughing, to be honest. Palace 1, Liverpool 0 at Anfield. We have ruined Jurgen's farewell. They've got to stop inviting us to these leavers party. We did the same to Gerrard on his final game. We have gone to Anfield, silenced them, crushed them. Sky Sports had their whole big thing. They had Carragher on commentary. The bias was unreal. The narrative that's been around Jurgen leaving, and Palace just come along and spoil it all. It's hilarious. It's so funny. But let's get into it through all the usual features, starting with Glasner's rating. Glasner, got to give him a 10. I think you go to Anfield and you win 1-0. I don't think, you can do much better than that. Clean sheet without Gahey. Lerma's obviously slotted in there exceptionally. And is that a solution when Doucouré comes back? Lerma in defence and Doucouré and Wharton as that shield. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. But there was a big call at the start of the game from Glasner in that he replaced Joel Ward with Nathaniel Clyne, who stepped in brilliantly. I mean, it was very much vindicated. Clyne went back to Liverpool, his previous club, and played so well, locked them out, part of that defence that got that clean sheet. And it's interesting. I did a little poll. I've been doing some polls on social media about the players who are up for contract renewal, and 85% voted to release Clyne, probably myself included in that. I wonder if that would be different after that game, because he played very, very well. A player who seems to be a bit rejuvenated under Glasner. And look, listen, I just thought the system was brilliant today. I thought it worked fantastically, both defensively, and we'll come on to that in the second half, where we needed to be extremely solid. But it allows our creative players to have that freedom. And we saw that with the goal. The build-up play was brilliant. I'd be interested to know the amount of passes. Let me know if anybody knows that, the amount of passes in the build-up to the goal. But I want to give some credit to Tyrick Mitchell, because I have been someone, I know, alongside other fans who've criticised his delivery at times, but the ball to Eze was very, very clever. I wanted to get that in before we get to the finish, which was obviously ice cold. Anfield is silent. The picture of Klopp's face on the sidelines just absolutely beautiful. And we're 1-0 up. And the thing was, we could have got another goal. Mateta very unlucky off the line. I put on social media whether it was, could Mateta could have done a bit better, or was it just one of those situations where you hold your hand up and say that's great defending by Robertson? The general consensus was that it was great defending by Robertson, and you've got to give him big credit for that, because it was a very good clearance. But I guess if you're being hypercritical, Mateta could have maybe put a little bit more on it. But we go in at half time 1-0 up. Liverpool, to be fair, have had their moments, and that's where, to be honest, I feared a little bit at half time. Even though we were 1-0 up, you think the amount of times we've just thrown games away. You kind of knew Elise was going to come off 60-70 minutes, which materialised. And that we kind of in the past haven't had the squad depth, the fitness to see games out, or the game management to see games out. So that was where my big fear was. Liverpool had good options off the bench, which they used. And what I think we did better today was use the dark arts of football. There were some dodgy challenges in there. There was, we didn't have much opportunity to take it down the byline, but when they did have, in those last 20 minutes, Schlippanayu did that. But we just managed the game so much better. We didn't make any stupid mistakes. And the person I really want to give praise to, and I'll come onto this on Man of the Match, is Anderson. Because for me, he's lacked that commanding nature in recent months. He's had a lot of criticisms over the last recent months at times, but he was so commanding today. No nonsense defending, which is exactly what we needed at times. Just got the ball out there, didn't mess around with it too much. And when he's got that sort of leadership in him, alongside all the other brilliant things in his play, his reading of the game, how calm he is on the ball, for me, he's world class. And today he was outstanding. And that kind of led the way. Obviously, some great saves from Henderson. And then you get to this point where Glasner makes that treble change, and you see Jairo Riddleworld. And as someone who was at Spurs away when we made quite a few changes, and the wheels just came off. You're just sitting there and you're thinking, right, well, here we go. But to be fair, Gyro got around the pitch, made some crucial interventions, and maybe that experience helped. Wardy came on and does what Wardy does, brought that element of solidity. And Liverpool, to be fair, had chance after chance after chance, but so did we. Mateta had another chance and almost went in. It was a great save by Alisson. But we somehow saw the game out. You know, it wasn't pretty in those last 10 minutes. And Liverpool did have quite a few chances. But as I said, we had a chance. We had a couple of chances too, with the clearance off the line. Mateta's chance in the second half with a good save from Alisson. And I think we came out worthy winners of that game of football. You know, very good first half performance and managed the second half very well as well. And what I think this is right now for us is this is a moment that Glasner needed to launch the Glasner era. He needed a result like this to kind of, as a kind of signature, kind of as a barometer of what we can expect from him and the levels that we can reach. And it was a brilliant moment, and a brilliant moment in let's be honest, right? It's been a rubbish season. You know, Liverpool fans will turn around and say, oh, look this is what you got to celebrate, you know, Istanbul 10 years ago, and this is all you got to celebrate in a season. Yeah, do you know what? It's been a terrible season. I don't care. I don't care. It is so funny that we have done this. What a bright moment in a dark season to go to Liverpool, end the big Jurgen Klopp leaving, rubbish that's been around it in Sky, upset that self-entitled fan base of Liverpool. I think, you know, what a glorious moment. Let's just revel in it. Let's get to the man of the match. My man of the match today is hard decision. Such a hard decision, man of the match. Probably one of the hardest ones I've ever had to do since I started this channel, to be honest. Listen, players that I want to mention. Lerma, absolutely brilliant at the back again. Outstanding. I mean, what a snip on a free transfer. Wharton, talking about snips. Again, unbelievable assured performance. 18 million is looking like a steal. I think it can rise to 25. Looked very assured. Matter of time for me until he gets in the England squad. Great on the ball. Great in the tackle. He's got everything that you need in a central midfielder. And it would be a very reasonable shout for man of the match. Tyrek Mitchell, as I've alluded to. He's probably clearing Mohamed Salah out of his pocket right now as we speak. And great delivery for the goal, as I've mentioned. But I'm going to come to two players. One of them I've already mentioned. Two players who've kind of been scapegoated, criticised at times this season. Myself included in those criticisms. Anderson has kind of had criticisms for, you know, his performances, you know, the thinking about Spurs, coming back to Spurs away, that, you know, when he slipped and that poor clearance, half-hearted clearance. Today he was the complete opposite of that. Commanding, no-nonsense defending. And when he adds that element to himself, as I said, there aren't many better central defenders than him out there. He was exceptional today. Unbelievable. And I can't believe that I'm actually not giving him man of the match. But I am going to give it to Dean Henderson because he's taken a lot of stick, sometimes unfairly because of the 20 million. And obviously I've been someone who said it makes no sense. We've got a goalkeeper. Why aren't we spending money? It makes no sense. We've got a goalkeeper. Why aren't we spending money on, you know, a direct replacement, immediate replacement for Wilfred Zaha, rather than spending this on Henderson? And that's kind of scapegoated him. A few iffy performances, and he kind of had the fan base on his back, but his confidence is right back, and a couple of great saves today. One with his feet, that was brilliant. And listen, I'm going to give man of the match Dean Henderson, but listen, let me know your thoughts on man of the match in the comments below, because as I said, I think maybe the hardest one I've done on this channel, and I would recognise arguments for other players, but for me, man of the match Dean Henderson. Let me know your man of the match in the comments below. What a day. West Ham at the weekend. Let's hope, like today, we're feeling Glasner all over. If you've liked this video and you want to see more videos of me rambling on about Palace with my gnome and my wildlife wallpaper in the background, please press the subscribe button. Chin up, Jurgen. Chin up.